Stepping into a new boat just like stepping into anything else. It's not an easy process at all. It takes time. What do we do here in the Keys windy days? I like to try and settle in somewhere. It's surprising, on those windy, rough days, I've had some of my best days.
Come on, Ollie, save us.
Oh, you there?
We need a hero. My favorite thing about my fishery is you never know what you can catch.
What do we got right here, sailfish? What is that?
That's a sailfish.
My name is Ali Hussainy. I grew up in Southern California and now operate one of the largest sport fishing websites in the world.
Just another day at the office.
My office, not yours.
I'm Rush Maltz,
I got you. What you seeing?
Florida Keys native and career fishing guide for the past 20 years.
Fish. When I come out to California, you can let me catch all the 300-pound tunas.
Our passion is our profession, and we know there's more to fishing than just the catch.
There's a good mark right there. That's what I like to see.
That's the one. He's not superstitious because that's bad luck.
Woo! All right, get with him, come with him.
We explore the people, places, and species that make up the culture of fishing.
Guess we're just gonna bring all this stuff down to the dock and we'll set it all out there and then go through it, start loading stuff on the boat.
Over the years, I've been fortunate to own a lot of different boats. And one thing I've learned is that each boat, it may sound cliche, it's kind of its own animal. So let's hold up on the anchor until we get one that fits in the locker.
All right.
But you want to maybe we should start putting those tackle boxes in, that leader material. They're all set up differently. They're all built differently. They're all rigged differently. And I kind of feel like every time I get another one, it's a little better than the one before it.
So you keep your E-perp in there.
Water resistant. Yeah, so you just like, the idea being if you have to go in the water, you grab one thing.
In my line of work, I've been fortunate enough to build these custom boats throughout my career. I think I've built 5 new boats since I started guiding. It's nice to have everything fresh on the boat, new,
You'll have it screwed up by the end of the season.
It's not an easy process at all. It takes time. The dry boxes don't fit.
No, not with this Velcro in here. You don't just get a brand new boat and go out and fish the way we like to fish. For us, we like to do a lot of technical fishing and we like to have our boats rigged to make that easier and more efficient.
It takes days and days and days to just get everything where you want it. Stepping into a new boat, just like stepping into anything else. Stepping into a new house, stepping into a new car. You don't know where all the buttons are. You don't know where you're gonna put everything yet. So there's a lot of things you gotta familiarize yourself with. That's what we're here to do. Yeah, you'll be looking for stuff and feeling things out for a long time.
I know, unfortunately. When we got the Andros, things ran at a much faster pace. The delivery was much closer to our production schedule. And basically, man, we had to pick up that boat and run. And by run, I mean, we wanted to make episodes. We really didn't have the same pace to shake down and dial in. I mean, it was pretty hectic. It all worked out. The boat was solid. I mean, we were fortunate in that regard. This boat, we've got a little bit more time. Russia's got a new boat coming as well. We got the time to shake it down like I would prefer to. Get all my electronics dialed in, get my tackle organized. It's just a very different experience.
What do we do here in the Keys windy days? I like to try and settle in somewhere and just milk it, make it happen, you know what I mean? Start building it like we always talk about, and you gotta be patient. If you're gonna fish in bad weather, wind, rain, whatever, you basically wanna settle in somewhere and make the most of the situation. What that means is, get your anchor set if that's what you're gonna do that day. Where we're gonna try and anchor is really, really rubbly.
Okay.
So we gotta put it all on, every bit of anchor line we got, and we gotta make sure we drop it just right. Sit there, start building it up, and let the life come to you. It's surprising, on those windy, rough days, a lot of times those fish are ready to feed and eat really well. I've had some of my best days on windy, rough days. Now we're on anchor, and we are rock solid right now.
There is no coming back from this thing, man. I'm telling you, this is so nice.
It makes it feel like just an average day when it's by far not an average day.
Oh,
we call this pretty nautical.
While we had the boat in the Keys, we were really close to one of Seakeeper's premier premier installers, which was Tri-Sea Stabilizers. And having those guys, you know, and the boat together in their same backyard, it was a no-brainer to have the Seakeeper put in here. They did a great job. We fired it up. Everything worked as it should. Just the way you come off the boat, I feel like I was fishing on a 60-footer, not a 30-footer.
Right now, I honestly feel like I'm on land.
Yeah.
I mean, look how stable we are.
One of the cool things about the Seakeepers are you can retrofit pretty much any boat as long as you have the space to fit it. And that's really where Tri-Sea shines. In this case, we had the advantage of working with SeaVee and Tri-Sea to kind of plan ahead of time and have, you know, some of that stuff ready to go. The hull reinforced, so we had a solid place to mount it. We ran some plumbing and some wiring ahead of time. And by the time Tri-Sea got their hands on the boat, it was just a matter of installing the unit, hooking everything up, and we were ready to go.
I mean, I would feel totally comfortable with my wife coming out today. Yeah. As rough as it is, but being on the boat like this, my kids, you don't gotta worry about them falling down. I mean, everything's locked in, stable, and comfortable.
Local Knowledge is brought to you by Evinrude, fastest, cleanest, smartest. The only outboard that lets you have it all. Penn, let the battle begin. Yeti, built for the wild. Seakeeper, once you feel it, you will never boat without it. The Florida Keys and Key West, come as you are. Bubba, the ultimate lifestyle. Nomad Design, crafted by experience, and by bdoutdoors.com.
Get him, Rutchie.
Doesn't feel very big, but nonetheless, they fish. The conditions here are perfect for like bottom fishing, little, oh God. That is the opposite of a flag.
You know, one thing I learned a lot of years ago, not one boat comes out of the factory perfect.
This does not feel like a snapper. Oh, you know who I have.
Black grouper?
No.
You know, the factories do a great job, they do their best, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of systems, a lot of screws, a lot of wires, a lot of electronics in that boat, and you gotta do what we call a shakedown.
No, Mr. Shock.
You're so sure though.
Oh, I know.
I mean, what are the odds?
I know. Confirmed.
You don't want to really put that boat into hardcore service until you've worked through some of the little gremlins and glitches and bugs. Oh yeah.
Please be a real one.
It is.
Please be a real one.
He's gone.
Come on, Ollie, save us.
Oh, you there.
We need a hero.
We've had no major issues. Couple little things here, couple little things there, but I mean really, really minor stuff.
Feel like a bottom fish, or is he swimming up high? Still fighting you?
Yeah.
I don't know if I like that.
That's what I'm saying.
The only other cool fish that fights all the way up is an African pompano.
I've never caught a big one. No, this looks like a mutton, isn't it?
It's not a mutton, is it?
Little black.
Jack.
Oh, it's a jack?
Yeah. Almaco jack.
Almaco jack.
They are cool fish. We catch them down in Mexico and everything.
Yeah, we do.
Just the colors and everything.
Now, is that a fish you guys eat here, or is it like the AJ?
They're better than the AJs. You know, they don't get wormy.
Yeah.
A little different meat. What do you say we let this guy go?
I say, yeah, let's give it back.
He's healthy.
Yeah, he's doing good. You know, once you verify that the boat's good, all the systems work, you know, everything's talking to everybody, now it's time to dial that boat in.
So you see that brown right there, Ollie?
Yeah.
Where it ends? So when we get close to that, kind of nose your bow in there and then snake back to your left a little bit.
All right. You know, when it was time to go and shake down the boat, Chris from Mag Bay happened to be in town. I gave him a call, said, hey dude, I'll buy you a plane ticket if you want to come out and goof around on a brand new SeaVee. It didn't take him 2 seconds to say he was in.
Keep it in gear as you turn.
You know, it was really cool to get Chris out here. He's fished in a lot of places, but one place he hadn't fished, well, since he was a kid, was Florida. So everything was gonna be new to him, so expectations were pretty low, you know? Show him some fish he hasn't seen.
Yeah, we're gonna start off. So you see this condition we got here, Chris? This is like our ideal condition out here. I mean, this water is as blue as it gets. It's probably 100 foot of viz. There's a little bit of chop on the water, and we got east current. So what that does for us is it means the Gulf Stream's pushed in. And with the Gulf Stream, we get all our pelagics. Every day when I'm done catching bait and I'm taking my ride out, noticing a few things. The first thing I'm always gonna look at is what direction's the current going. That's gonna play a huge role in my day of fishing. Little shot of 30, rod length, you know, down to about the spool. Little tiny hooks, trying to match the hatch with the bait. And we're gonna set up a drift, all right? We're gonna set up a drift. We'll probably put 3 or 4 rods down. We'll put a couple on the surface. This time of year, January, February, we want that Gulf Stream in tight. You know, we're looking for that Gulf Stream to be in tight, bringing those pelagics in, the sailfish, the tunas, the wahoos.
And you're just fly lining these, or you wanna?
And you're gonna put this one in the back. We'll put this one out about 120 feet, and then we'll stagger them as we go forward. If we have eastbound current and blue water this time of year, chances are we're gonna have a great day. So tuna bite the past few weeks has been off the chain. As good as it gets. I'd go check that rod, Ali, make sure you got bait. Once they find us, they'll probably stay with us, you know? We'll be good. Well, Chris, not the species we were looking for, but in the tuna family.
You gotta start with something.
We use these a lot down here for bait, cut bait, snapper bait, all kinds of stuff. I mean, I got a freezer full of these back at the dock. Such an oily, good bait, you know? My favorite thing about my fishery is you never know what you can catch. Anything can swim up to the boat at any given time.
That's some of my favorite fishing, though, is when you don't know what the next fish is.
Yeah.
What do we got right here? Sailfish? What is that?
That's a sailfish.
Sail right here by the boat.
Right here, there's a couple of them. Right here, right in the back of the boat. Pitch a tip. Ollie, grab a bait.
I got a fish.
Right, let him eat it. You got one? Let him eat it, Ollie. Open the bail, let him find it. There's 2 of them. There's 3 of them. We could be set up fishing on the reef for yellowtail, and anything could swim up. It's that kind of fishery.
They're right here. Look at that. That's awesome.
Okay, get it right in front of them. Chris, you got one. Good job, buddy.
Nice, Chris.
And that's a very unique kind of fishery. Usually you go out fishing for a specific fish, and that's what you're gonna catch. See that? There's 3 of them back there. What we were just talking about, anything can swim up at any given time. All right, I gotta get some of these rods out.
You know how they fight hard.
And they're
How did
tiny.
we not double up right there?
They're like pygmy sailfish. Oh, they're amazingly strong for their size.
I'm telling you, it's so surprising when you're used to catching hard.
It's not like a Pacific fish at all. They're so acrobatic.
Well, it's like the difference between the striped marlin in the Gulf and on the on the Pacific coast.
I mean, that's a nice way to get the skunk out of the boat, Chris. I mean, other than your remora, I mean, the sailfish is basically our first fish.
Wait. You gotta get him to turn around like there we go. Now we can get it. He's got it on this side of his mouth.
One of the things that I tell my guys out west about this fishery here in Florida is anything can happen when you're sitting on the anchor. And in this case, it didn't disappoint.
What do you think, Chris? I'll let him go?
I think he's about ready. He's kicking.
Yep, let him go.
Thanks, buddy.
Later, dude.
That was awesome.
Dude, congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
a good way to start your first Atlantic fish.
You know, we have a pretty strong tuna fishery here in Key West.
There you go.
Your big, Captain Russ.
There you go.
Let me just cut.
Blackfin is pretty much our bread and butter fishery. Might be a tuna.
Looks like it there. Might be a bonita.
Not acting like a bonita. I mean, our average tuna is about 15 pounds, but they pull like they're 30 pounds.
We could catch scissor lips right here.
Oh yeah, right here. Blackfin tuna is a great fish on light tackle. Go out there, you can catch them trolling, live baiting. There's a lot of different ways you can catch them, and they're a real fun fish to catch.
Might be a bonita. I don't know. Maybe not.
Catch us a couple more tunas. We'll go catch a wahoo and get the slam.
You're getting cocky up there. Staying up though.
Chris is hooked up. Oh, mahi.
Nice.
Never caught one of those.
No?
Here, Chris.
You want to just lay them out for you?
Yeah, swim them into me if you can. I don't know too much about netting fish. Dude, that worked perfect.
Good size for that.
Like mahi.
It is. It's my first Atlantic
New
mahi.
species. New water anyway. You caught a couple of these at home, haven't you?
A few.
I think she's gonna be good to go.
Make some
That
more.
is the hardiest fish. Like,
Local Knowledge is brought to you by SeaVee Boats. Lead the way. Costa. See what's out there. Mustad. The standard in saltwater. Aftco. Any fish, any water. Sea Deck. Your boat deserves Sea Deck. JL Audio. How we play. Casa Vieja Lodge. Experience 5-star angling in tropical Guatemala. The Saltwater Angler, Key West. And by Taco Marine.
you know, when you do get a new boat, there's still a lot of work to be done. The first thing that has to happen is sea decking the boat. You know, I put it on my Innovator a few years back. We weren't sure how it was going to hold up. We didn't know if we would like it. And about 2 or 3 trips in, you know, even my skeptical boat partner, Jason, was like, man, there is no going back. You just feel better. It looks great. There's really no downside to it.
You got another sailfish there or what?
I don't know what the hell. No, I think it's a tuna, I guess.
I think it is.
Yeah, it's got the tail beat.
This is a healthy one.
That current's not making your fight any easier, is it? It's screaming.
It's ripping. But that's what brings the fish in, you know? They love this current. The Keys, Key West, my backyard was a great place to shake this boat down. Double, where you at? We need a triple. Having this 34-foot boat with 900 horsepower and a Seakeeper really opens up a lot of doors for us. I mean, the possibilities are really endless.
That looks a lot like a yellowfin. I mean, they're similar.
They do.
It has yellow, just no yellow fins.
They are cool fish.
Take another.
Right.
There you go, Chris. Blackfin tuna.
First blackfin.
So similar, huh, to the yellowfin?
Very similar. Just
Nice
missing the
one
yellow
there,
on the
Chris.
fins.
Dude, this is a good one.
That's a healthy one. Is it what you expected when you were coming down here? You know, you go to different places, you really don't know what to expect.
No, this is better than I expected,
Is
actually.
it?
Yeah, no, it's cool. You get all these fish in the same area. Helps that you put us right on them. But
Check it out, Chris. Twins. Like they're cut out of a mold. They're all about the same size today. Sometimes you catch small ones, big ones, all mixed together. Sometimes you catch all big ones, sometimes it's all small ones.
The purpose of this trip really was a shakedown. And I think we were very successful. We caught a few fish along the way. We kind of figured out the boat.
oh, there you go. All right.
DJ's grandpa.
Got a double.
Now it's time to put that boat on the trailer, ship it out my way, dial it in for my fishery, and go fish.
No, I need to start anchoring more often.
Anchoring, dude, I swear by it. You know, we had a nice little shakedown session here in the Keys.
They are so similar to our yellowfin. Really, the body shape's the first thing that jumps out to me.
Really?
That and the silver fin. Otherwise, they're more compressed, you know, but other than that, they're just shorter and fatter. But otherwise, you'd hardly even know.
Another nice fish though, man. They're just blowing up everywhere. Yeah, they're nice size. I'm just gonna have you walk his head right into this net here, buddy. Perfect. Love the way this thing cradles them.
Oh! That's weird.
Really nice fish. Good job, man.
Thank you.
So much fun.
Nice work, Chris.
That's what we've been doing 6 days a week. Coming out here,
Nothing wrong with that.
catching bait, coming out here, catching tunas, wahoo, dolphin.
Awesome. Thank you.
We brought it down, got the fish out of it for a few days, but this boat's going across the country now. It's going to San Diego, and that's where this boat is going to reside. It's time for this boat to go on a lot of adventures over there in the Pacific, and I'm going to be there to go on them with it.